Have you ever woken up one morning, looked out the window to see golden sunlight dancing on the lush green grass of your backyard, but felt a heavy, nameless sadness rising in your heart? Is it that with each first step out of bed, you feel every muscle, fiber, every joint, as if struck by electricity, with sharp pain shooting straight to your brain? Or suddenly your knees become stiff as dry wood, refusing to obey, forcing you to grip the bed frame tightly? Breathe deeply. Gather all your courage before daring to move even slightly. I know that feeling. It's so familiar, isn't it? And then, each passing day, it seems you must steel yourself to endure new challenges. Every time you sit down, you worry. Because each time you stand up from that comfortable sofa after watching a favorite TV program, you have to close your eyes, take a deep breath, as if gathering all your strength for a small battle. Those familiar stairs in your home that you climb every day have suddenly turned into towering mountains, each step up becoming a difficult and exhausting struggle. Even simple things like stepping onto the curb while walking around your peaceful neighborhood become a major challenge, making you hesitant and cautious with every step. Then at night, when you lie down, thinking you can finally rest, sink into peaceful sleep. But no, those dull aches, stiffness, sudden cramps continue to torment and torture you, making your already shallow sleep even more fragmented and restless, causing you to toss and turn until dawn breaks. I understand that pain, understand every feeling, every sigh of yours. Throughout my more than 40 years of medical practice, I've met thousands of people like you. They come to see me not just with obvious physical pain, but with a much deeper spiritual pain. I still hear them whisper with choked voices, "Doctor, I'm afraid I'll become a burden to my children and grandchildren, .. Or someone else says, "I don't dare go out anymore, afraid of falling, afraid I can't keep up with my friends, .. And perhaps the words that break my heart the most, "Doctor, I feel myself aging day by day, even afraid of waking up each morning, .. Last week, Mrs. Dorothy, a 74-year-old woman with silver hair and eyes, marked by many worries, came to see me. She tremblingly held her daughter's hand, tears flowing. "Doctor, for 6 months now, I've been living in hell. Every morning I wake up feeling like someone beat me all night. My knees hurt like someone is squeezing them with pliers. I have to sit on the edge of the bed for 20 minutes, breathing deeply, before I dare to stand up. My children and grandchildren look at me with pity. Mrs. Dorothy continued, her voice full of despair. I've tried everything. Doctor, Western medicine, Eastern medicine, acupuncture, hot oil massages, even expensive supplements. There's slight improvements sometimes, but then the pain returns as before. I'm starting to think this might be the tax that old age demands." Hearing this, I knew Mrs. Dorothy was experiencing what 85% of people over 65 in this country are enduring. But what breaks my heart most, haunts me constantly, was her final words. "Doctor, I just want one morning to wake up without fear, .. However, just after 6 weeks of applying an extremely simple method that I'm about to share with you, Mrs. Dorothy returned for her regular checkup as a completely different person. She walked into my office with a radiant smile, full of vitality, not needing to hold anyone's hand, not needing to lean on anything. She walked lightly, confidently, as if those legs had never experienced pain. "Doctor," she said joyfully, "I feel reborn. This morning when I woke up, I jumped right out of bed, something I hadn't dared dream of for 6 months. I jogged around the neighborhood myself, played with my grandchild in the garden, even danced to music I love. My children and grandchildren look at me in amazement. They keep asking Grandma, what magic potion did you drink?" And today, after seeing Mrs. Dorothy and hundreds, even thousands of my other patients regain their lives, regain their joy and independence, I've decided to share this secret with you. A secret that can completely transform your painful, fearful mornings, helping you regain confidence in every step. Why do our joints rust after age 50? In my many years of practice, I've encountered thousands of cases involving knee joints, hip joints, and shoulder joints, and I've realized something that most people commonly misunderstand about the real cause of joint pain in old age. Many of you often wonder, with puzzled expressions, "I eat bone soup every week, drink milk regularly every day, I even exercise daily, so why do I still have joint pain? Even more pain?" The answer doesn't lie in your lack of nutrition, but in our body's inability to absorb nutrients effectively or use them properly. Imagine our body as a sophisticated manufacturing plant. When we're young, this plant runs at full capacity, but after age 50, this plant begins to age naturally. Collagen production decreases by 1 to 2% each year. The digestive system weakens, no longer absorbing calcium and vitamin D effectively. The liver and kidneys also slow down, making cartilage regeneration and toxin removal from joints difficult. Most importantly, the ability to retain water in joint capsules decreases. Joint capsules are like bags containing natural lubricating oil. When these bags dry out, synovial fluid decreases, bones will rub directly against each other, creating terrible pain and chronic inflammation. That's why we can eat adequately, exercise moderately, but joints still hurt, still become stiff, because we haven't solved the core problem. how to help the body absorb and use these precious nutrients effectively, how to keep our aging factory running smoothly, breakthrough discovery, chia seeds and honey. In 2019, I participated in a Stanford University study on the effects of omega-3 from chia seeds on joint inflammation. The results surprised me. 89% of patients reported significant pain reduction after just 4 weeks. But what's even more interesting is when we combine chia seeds with pure honey. The pain reduction and joint recovery effectiveness increased by up to 40%. Chia seeds, these tiny seeds contain a nutritional treasure, super pure EPA and DHA-omega-3 that helps extinguish inflammation, complete protein to build and repair collagen, naturally chelated minerals like calcium, magnesium, phosphorus that are 5 times easier to absorb, and unique soluble fiber that creates a mucilage gel layer, helping nutrients release steadily. What about pure honey? It contains over 200 bioactive compounds, natural enzymes that help unlock nutrients in chia seeds, increasing absorption by up to 60%. Polyphenols and flavonoids are powerful anti-inflammatory troops, and natural prebiotics that nourish beneficial gut bacteria, indirectly increasing nutrient absorption. The most miraculous thing happens when we combine these two ingredients with warm water. When you put chia seeds in warm water, the outer shell of the seeds contains special mucilage. This substance expands, forming a 3D gel layer with a structure almost identical to the natural synovial fluid that lubricates our joints. Imagine joints as machines needing lubricating oil. The gel from chia seeds is exactly the most perfect biological oil. Breakthrough research at Mayo Clinic in 2021 proved that this mucilage gel can reduce friction between joint surfaces by 73%, increase synovial fluid viscosity by 45%, and improve cartilage elasticity by 38%. These numbers are exactly why you'll feel a clear difference after just a few days of use. What about honey in this formula? It works as a smart molecular bus, carrying precious nutrients from chia seeds throughout the body. Pharmacokinetic studies have shown that natural fructose in honey creates a special biological tunnel, helping omega-3 and minerals from chia seeds pass through the intestinal blood barrier 3 times faster. The most interesting aspect is the timing of consumption. When you drink this mixture in the evening, it takes advantage of the body's natural biological rhythm. From about 10 p.m. to 2 a.m., our body automatically increases production of growth hormone and melatonin, the 2 most important hormones for cartilage, regeneration, and repair processes. This is the golden hour to nourish knee joints, and providing nutrients at the right time will help this process occur with maximum efficiency. After hundreds of trials with my patients, we found the perfect ratio that I call the golden formula for knee joints. You need to prepare exactly 1 teaspoon of organic chia seeds, 1 teaspoon of pure honey that hasn't been heated, and 250 milliliters of purified water at about 40 to 42 degrees Celsius. Now I'll guide you through the step-by-step preparation process. First, soak chia seeds in 100 milliliters of warm water for exactly 15 minutes. This timing is extremely important for maximum mucilage development. You'll see the chia seeds expand like small pearls, wrapped in a transparent gel layer. Next, add honey to the soaked chia seeds and stir clockwise for exactly 30 seconds. This helps the enzymes in honey distribute evenly. Then, add the remaining 150 milliliters of warm water to the mixture and stir gently. At this point, the final temperature will be about 38 degrees Celsius, optimal for body absorption. Finally, and most importantly, drink this entire mixture within 5 minutes after preparation. Don't let it sit too long. And remember to drink it 45 to 60 minutes before bedtime. This is the ideal time frame for the body to prepare for nighttime regeneration processes. From my 40 years of clinical experience, I want to remind you of 3 extremely important points to ensure effectiveness and safety. Don't let the mixture sit more than 30 minutes after preparation. Second, never drink it with cold water. And third, absolutely never add sugar or any other artificial sweeteners. Throughout my 40 years of medical practice, I've learned an important and profound lesson. There's no one-size-fits-all in medicine. Each person is a unique individual, needing a regimen designed specifically for them. However, there are certain groups of people I especially recommend should start immediately with this formula. These are people over 50 who already show signs of morning joint stiffness, those with a history of arthritis or joint degeneration, those doing heavy physical work, and especially those whose families have a history of joint diseases. However, each health condition needs delicate adjustments. For those with type 2 diabetes, I recommend reducing honey to just 2.5 milliliters and adding a quarter teaspoon of Ceylon cinnamon powder. Those with low blood pressure should drink this mixture 30 minutes after dinner, absolutely not on an empty stomach. If you have digestive issues, start gradually with half a teaspoon of chia seeds for the first few days, then gradually increase. And especially important, those taking blood-thinning medications need to be very careful. Omega-3 in chia seeds has natural blood-thinning effects and may interact with anticoagulants like warfarin. If you're taking warfarin, Monitor your INR levels closely and consult your doctor to adjust medication dosage appropriately. Most importantly, always remember that each body is a unique individual. Don't hesitate to consult your family doctor or nutrition specialist for the most appropriate advice for your health condition. From my experience treating thousands of patients, I've discovered 3 simple techniques that, when combined with your nightly glass of chia seed honey water, can increase joint recovery effectiveness by up to 80%. These aren't complex or expensive tricks, but gentle movements that anyone can do right at home, taking just a few minutes each evening. The first technique I call awakening joints through acupoint massage. After you finish drinking your warm chia seed honey water, spend 2 to 3 minutes gently massaging 3 important acupoints on your legs. The first point is Zusan Li, located about 4 fingers below the kneecap. This is the longevity point. The second point is Yangquan, in the center of the sole. And the third is Sanyan Jiao on the inner ankle. Just press each point gently for 30 seconds. This will stimulate blood circulation, helping nutrients from chia seeds reach and nourish joints faster and deeper. The second technique is breathing to balance the nervous system. Practice the 4-7-8 breathing technique. Inhale through your nose for 4 seconds. Hold your breath for 7 seconds, then exhale through your mouth for 8 seconds. Do this for just 4 cycles. This breathing method activates the parasympathetic nervous system, the body's rest and recovery system, helping the entire body relax deeply, reduce stress, and enhance tissue regeneration processes during sleep. The third technique is the simplest but most effective. I call it the joint decompression position. When going to sleep, lie on your back and place a small pillow or rolled towel under your knees, creating about a 30-degree angle. This position helps reduce pressure on knee joints throughout the long night. According to our research, this position can increase synovial fluid by up to 40% during 8 hours of sleep. Many of my patients have said that just changing this sleep position alone helped them sleep deeper, wake up less due to pain, and especially experience less pain and stiffness the next morning. To optimize results, I want to share with you 4 superfoods that I often recommend my patients incorporate into their daily diet. These aren't expensive or hard-to-find foods, but familiar dishes, prepared and selected in special ways to maximize their benefits. First is bone broth from grass-fed beef bones. This is an ordinary bone soup. Bone broth is simmered from grass-fed, organic beef bones for 24 to 48 hours, continuously on low heat. This long simmering process helps release collagen types I, 2, 3, and glyc. A hot cup of bone broth each morning will be a wonderful gift for your joints. Second is wild Alaskan salmon and sardines. Not ordinary farmed salmon. Wild salmon contains an antioxidant 6,000 times stronger than vitamin C, capable of penetrating deep into joints and reducing inflammation right at the source. Third is golden turmeric paste, a special formula from organic turmeric powder combined with black pepper and coconut oil. Curcumin and turmeric has anti-inflammatory effects equivalent to ibuprofen but completely natural. Just 1 small teaspoon daily. Fourth is fermented cod liver oil, a special product containing vitamins D, K, 2, in perfect ratios for bone and cartilage regeneration. The fermentation process creates quinones, catalytic substances that help calcium go exactly where it's needed. The bones. Throughout my practice, I've realized that many people often ignore early warning signals the body sends, thinking they're normal things of old age. Today I want to share with you the 7 most important signs you need to pay attention to, because early recognition will help you intervene timely and much more effectively. The first signal I call the morning joint stiffness index. If your joints are stiff for more than 30 minutes each morning after waking up, that's a sign of stage 2 joint degeneration. If the stiffness duration extends beyond 60 minutes, it's already stage 3, requiring immediate intervention. The second signal is regular joint clicking sounds. A click sound means joints are still okay. Crackle sounds like dry bones creaking means cartilage is starting to wear, while grinding sounds like rough scraping means joints are severely worn. The third signal is joint swelling cycles. Morning swelling is usually synovial inflammation, evening swelling is chronic inflammation, while all-day swelling requires immediate treatment. The fourth signal is pain movement patterns. When pain doesn't just stay fixed in one joint, but moves from knee joint to hip joint, then down to lower back, that's a sign the body is compensating posture, requiring comprehensive intervention. The fifth signal is sleep interruption score. If you wake up due to joint pain more than 2 times each night, that's a sign of acute inflammation or chronic pain that has reached a serious level, requiring immediate anti-inflammatory action. The sixth signal is weather sensitivity index. When your joint pain increases noticeably before bad weather by about 24 to 48 hours, that's due to intra-articular pressure changes from barometric pressure, predicting joint degeneration has progressed. The seventh signal is functional limitation scale. If you can't climb 10 stairs continuously without resting, or can't walk continuously for 15 minutes without pain, that means you've lost at least 30% of joint function and need an active recovery plan to regain independence. After 40 years of practice, the most valuable thing I've learned is the wonderful combination of modern science and ancient wisdom. Do you know that the chia seed honey formula I'm sharing today was actually used by the Aztec and Maya tribes thousands of years ago? They called chia seeds running food, warriors' food, because with just 1 spoon of chia seeds, they could run hundreds of miles without fatigue. What the ancients knew through experience, today modern science helps us understand clearly why it's so effective. The biological peptides in chia seeds have structures almost identical to what our bodies naturally produce. Honey isn't just a sweetener, but also acts as a special biological key, opening receptors in the intestines to allow maximum nutrient absorption. This is nature's miracle. What our ancestors discovered through thousands of years of experimentation is now proven and explained clearly by science. I always tell patients, never underestimate the wisdom of the ancients, because they lived, observed, and experimented for hundreds of generations to find the most precious secrets. During treatment, I've realized that each group of people has specific characteristics that need special attention. I want to share with you the necessary adjustments for each specific case. For women after menopause, this is when estrogen drops dramatically, causing rapid calcium loss. You need to supplement about 100 mcg of vitamin K2 daily to direct calcium to the right place, into bones, rather than accumulating in blood vessels. For men over 65, decreased testosterone directly affects muscle mass and strength. You need to increase protein to about 1.5 grams per kilogram of body weight daily. And if health permits, add gentle resistance training exercises. Especially important are those with cardiovascular history. Omega-3 in chia seeds has natural blood thinning effects, which is very good for overall health, but may interact with anticoagulants like warfarin. If you're taking warfarin, monitor INR levels closely and consult your doctor to adjust medication dosage appropriately. Finally, those with diabetes, you need to monitor blood sugar carefully during the first 2 weeks of applying this formula. Honey may temporarily raise blood sugar in the first few days, but afterward, many people find their blood sugar more stable. Most importantly, always remember that each body is a unique individual. Don't hesitate to consult your family doctor or nutrition specialist for the most appropriate advice for your health condition. Dear friends, throughout my long years of practice, I've witnessed medicine change greatly. But one thing never changes, the miraculous self-healing ability of the human body. As long as we provide the right materials and create suitable conditions, the chia seed honey formula isn't a miracle. It's science. It's the perfect combination of molecular nutrition, carefully calculated biological timing, and ancient wisdom tested over thousands of years. I've seen Mrs. Dorothy, whom I mentioned at the beginning, go from someone who had to hold walls to walk step by difficult step, to someone who can play with grandchildren in the garden, go in and out of the house without needing help. I've seen Mr. Robert, 71 years old, go from needing a walking stick and living in pain, to now being able to hike 5 miles weekly, enjoying nature. But most importantly, I see them regain faith in their own bodies. They're no longer afraid of old age. They know that each new day is an opportunity for the body to become healthier, more energetic. Our knee joints aren't broken, machines that can't be permanently fixed. They are living organs with amazing abilities to regenerate, recover, and adapt. As long as we know how to talk to them in the language they understand, appropriate nutrition, appropriate timing, and unwavering patience. Today, I invite you to begin this journey, not because I promise a far-fetched miracle, but because I believe in science. I believe in the extraordinary self-healing ability of the human body, and most importantly, I believe in your determination, believe in your desire to live a complete life. Start tonight. 1 small glass of water, 1 simple habit, but it could be the first meaningful step in your journey to regain knee joint health and your freedom. Because old age doesn't mean having to endure pain. Old age can be the most beautiful time of life, when we have enough wisdom and experience to care for our bodies properly, enjoying every peaceful moment. Wishing you good health, and see you in the next sharing.